So he cares, he doesn't care, and now he cares again. And so we have to determine, is this logical? Is this a logical God that says, I don't change, I will never change. I'm a God who is a jealous God. I want you to worship me and do it my way. And I want you to use faith. And I will give you the faith as I send my Spirit to help you. But is it logical for him to make a law, says it's eternal, repeal it, and then bring it back? Or could it possibly be that we've misunderstood this part? Let's see. Bottom line is this. He cared in the garden. He cares when his son comes back. He says that the seventh-day Sabbath is forever. It's logical to assume that he still cares. But we're going to test this theory and find out if it actually holds water in the next 30, 40 minutes. So some common myths about the Sabbath. Number one of the most common myths by far that people email me or they'll talk to me about is, Jim, the Sabbath was given only to the Jews. We'll talk about that. They also say that it's the Christian Sabbath is on Sunday. The Jewish Sabbath is on Saturday. I just had someone last week, even in my own family, that said, Jim, the Sabbath, the Jewish Sabbath is on Saturday, but the Christian Sabbath is on Sunday. Well, we have a major scriptural problem with that because that's two laws. One for the Jew, one for the Gentile, when we don't have time to go into it, but in Deuteronomy it says that I will have one law for the Jew and the Gentile. One people, one law, one God, one Messiah, one land. Number three, most common myths about the Sabbath is it ended at the cross and was not reestablished in the New Testament. Number four, Paul taught against the Sabbath. We're going to find out whether that's true or not as well. And also the New Testament church kept the Sabbath on Sunday. And that is very, very common. So let's start off with myth number one. It was only given to the Jews. First of all, we need to determine where did the term Jew even come from. Well, it's very important to understand this before we go any further, because this is probably by far one of the biggest misconceptions of the entire Bible, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it a little bit later, is that there is the Old Testament, which is for the Jews, and the New Testament is for the Christians. Well, it's very important to remember that the word Jew comes from the term Judah, which is the tribe of Judah. And it's also not only the tribe of Judah, but it's also the southern kingdom. You have the northern kingdom, which was called the house of Israel, and the southern kingdom, which was called the house of Judah. Over time, eventually, the house of Judah became known as, the Jews. And so that's why we have Jews today, is because the Jews came back from captivity in for 70 years in Babylon back in 586 BC, where the northern kingdom never came back. They assimilated into the nation. So today, the word Jew can mean Israel, but Israel of the Bible is all 12 tribes. Come and join us as we travel back in time 4,000 years ago to discover exactly where the holidays of Christmas, Easter, and even Valentine's Day come from. Why do we celebrate the birth of Jesus on December 25th? Whose birthday really is on December 25th? Where did we come up with December 25th? Where did the star on top of the Christmas tree come from? Where did the Christmas tree itself come from? Where did St. Nicholas come from? Are we sure that St. Nicholas even existed? Have you ever wondered where the famous phrase, ho, 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 comes from? It comes from the late 1600s when they used to have plays, and before the devil would come on stage, he would announce himself by saying, ho, ho, ho. Did you know that original Santa's elves weren't little guys that made toys? They were Krampus demons that would punish the children if they weren't good for that year, while St. Nicholas would give them gifts if they were good. Who is the Easter Bunny? Where did we get Easter eggs from? Why do we celebrate Easter on the first Sunday after the vernal equinox? Did you know that Christmas was illegal in the United States until the mid-1800s? Can we celebrate these holidays according to the Bible? This is by far the most popular video on the internet on the history of Christmas and Easter. This video has changed hundreds of thousands of people's lives, and it will change your life too.